man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Bye, bye, baby blue. You're not jaded. Bye, bye, baby blue. You're not jaded. I'm innocent. You're up in bed, I ain't okay? Oh, bye, bye, baby blue. Emil Omaran. Hey. ገባ በሉ ዛሬ ስቱዲዮን እንዲህ ከሩሜ ውስጥ በዚህ ሳይድ አለ። I put fire. Why I put fire? It's got two meanings. Why I put fire there on the screen. I put fire. You know what is fire? Fire is romance. Fire is trouble. Fire is romance. Fire is trouble. ውድ ወገኖቼ ልብ በሉኝ። ኢትዮጵያውያኖች ልብ በሉኝ። ትላንት ከሰራሁት ቪዲዮ በስተያ አሁን ደግሞ ሌላ ቪዲዮ ሰርቼ ይኸው ተከስቻለሁ። ያው ስቱዲዮዬን እንግዲህ ማድቤቴን እና ክሊኔን እቺ ሚኒ ላይብረሪ የምትባል ሳይድ ነው ዛሬ ማሳየት የፈለኩት። ለምን እሳቱ እንዲታይልኝ ሆነ ብዬ ነው እየተዟዟርኩት ማለት ነው እንጂ ዩዛሊ እዛች ቢሮ ላይ ቁጭ ብዬ ነው መዘግበው። ውጩን በመስኮቱ ላይ ወንዙን እያየው ማለት ነው፣ ውሃውን እያየው ነው ደስ የሚለው መንፈስ። ለምን እንዲዞርኩኝ አንላይክሊ የሆነ ፖዚሽን ለምን ያስክብት ለምን ሰፍ አልክብትሉኝ እንደስ ይምትል ሆኖ ይህን ልነግራችሁ ነው። ትላንትና ይሄ ቡግራም ቄሮ ማለት ነው የአማራ ነኝ የሚለው ቡግራም ቄሮ የድሮ ቄሮ ማለት ነው የድሮ ጀዋር መሐመድ ወጥቶ burn American flag, he said. Hey dudes, hey guys, you see what kind of letter America wrote? American embassy wrote about Ethiopia, you know, they involve themselves in the internal affairs of a sovereign state. Baba, you know why he took? Look, Brown Naga, it was recorded that Brown Naga was even talking on behalf of the victims of the victimization of Amhara people in America when the TPLF was on power. You remember, he told to the Congress. You remember Brown Naga and Andargacho Tsigi. And there is another guy, Guragi or Sodoga, who worked in Pentagon. He used to work in Pentagon. I heard interview on ISA television that he used to work in Pentagon. That dude, this ግንቦት ሀያ አሁን ደግሞ ኢዜማ የሚባሉ ሰዎች የአሜሪካ ባንዲራ ማቃጠል ምናምን የሚሉት ለምንድን ነው ብላችሁ ወቁ። ሆነ ብለው on purpose the Americans write a letter referring to the conflict, not about any kind of situation within Ethiopia. No. They are not talking about that. They are not. Americans really are not concerned. First of all, ይሄ የቦረናው ልጅ ማለት ነው። አሁን በሀብታሙ በሻና ከኤርሚያስ ለገሰ ጋር የሚወያየው ሰው he's really ምንድነው pro American pro Western kind of notion እንዳላቸው ነው የሚያወሩት። of course እሳቶችም ድሮ ወያኔዎችን ዴመናይዝ ሲያደርጉ they are really in support of Western institutions and Western values, really is it morally right or whatever. I mean, if you are an honest intellectual, if you are a fucking honest intellectual, then you don't think the global community is just the West. That is unfair. That time you are not your moral compass is not navigating right, and you know it. I'm not talking about that. But I don't say Western people have a positive thing towards banana republics like Ethiopia or whatever. Why? Because they support you financially, even though the world is not right. It shouldn't be that way in the first place when you have a country with resources and a country with power, human power and thing. At least you can sustain life, leave alone demand the basis of things, grain you take from the west, but you do anyway, you do. So I don't think historically such a country like especially America is against Ethiopia or whatever. No, it's not about that. But we're not gonna talk this bullshit and telling people how the world is. And I tell you one thing, people. You know that dude used to work for Pentagon. Who? He say himself, I work in Pentagon. Who say that? Hey, Sodo. የብርሃኑ ነጋ የአንዳርጋቸው ጽጌ ጓደኛ አንዳርጋቸው ጽጌ አማራን ይጠላል፣ ብርሃኑ ነጋ አማራን ይጠላል። እኔ ራሱ አልቀበለውም። የሆነ ኢንሄረንትሊ አንድ ሰው ለምንድን ነው ከሰው ተለይቶ የሆነ የፖለቲካ ሬፑቴሽን ስላለው ያን ህዝብ ይጠላል ብለ? እንደዛ አይደለም። እንደዛ ጥላቻ ብዬ አልገልጸውም። ያ አይደለም። እነዚህ ሰዎች ግን ፖለቲከኞች ናቸው። ምን እያደረጉ ነው? አብዛኛው ሰው አሁን እነ ብርሃኑን እና ሀብታሙ በሻ እንዲህ ሲሉ ሰማል። እንደዛ አይደለም። የሆነን ህዝብ ኢንሄረንትሊ ጠልተው አይደለም። ኖ የሆነ ማስተር ፕላን ይኖራል ወይ የሆነ ገቨርናንስ እነሱ የሚጠሉትን ነገር ጣለ ብለው እነሱን ኮንፈርት ያደርጋቸውን ነገር ሰፖርት ለማድረግ የፈለጉትን ነገር ያደርጋሉ። that means they don't hate Amara, but they don't care for Amara. You have to understand, you have to see that distinction. They don't hate Amhara, but they don't care what happened to the existence of this entity that identify itself as Amhara. Like politicians create some kind of political entity or entity of some kind of identity, whatever, based on ethnicity, based on language, based on this, based on that. Religious affiliation, radical religious affiliation, blah blah. People can get together with so many kind of forms. You know that. When he say, if you want me, I burn American flag right in front of the embassy, blah blah. Tomorrow you will see Andargacho to get traveling to America. Or they may play a game like he don't want to go to America no more. It don't matter. They can play any kind of game. But the thing is, America specifically don't really in detail write about the humanitarian crisis in Ethiopia. Eviction of so many kind of people in so many places. No, it concentrates on the issue of Tigray. It concentrates only on the issue of, because they consider that is a grave danger. That is the red spot for them. It is some kind of political motivation in it, even though you cannot say no, there is nothing going on. Of course, a military was attacked by the TPLF, and yeah, there is a retaliation. There is some kind of conflict. This conflict is not hidden, And I'm not saying like from them side, if you just go deep into what happening and how you should see, no fucking, whether you're America or whoever you are, if some kind of rotten political system and a rotten kind of governance and a rotten, dirty, divisive kind of ethnic federalism kind of thing, you see, that was one of the debris it left, that there is some kind of, federal government, and there are federal states with their own military, and they bully the federal government, they bully each other. I mean, they do a lot of things which is abnormal in other countries kind of thing, and that happened. So America actually considered Tigray as a separate sovereign nation. That's how it write later, and we know that. And Andargacho Tsege, Professor Branu Naga, Abiy Ahmed, all of them are involved in this story. But they talk as if they are against the measures of America because it has to do with power. but people get confused. People don't know how they get tricked. Now, what Andargachusige want is this kind of Amhara kind of people. They're gonna go out like people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and Iran when they get infuriated about the measures of America or what kind of letter they get. Like they go out and say, "Hey, Andy, Undergacho, don't do it. We'll do it on your behalf. Yeah, this America talk about us, huh? Huh?" And they're gonna burn American flag and they say, "Oh, don Americo, don Americo." That's what he wanted Amhara people. It's obvious for you people. Look, you know Amhara regional state. You know how they attacked Amhara. They used the Gumus card. Sudan is 70 kilometer inland in Amhara state, not in Ethiopia. Don't call it Ethiopia. Those of you stupid people who refer the situation of today as Ethiopia problem, it's not, because the one you think the government, Abiy Ahmed government, he's not governing Ethiopia now. He is in another project. Believe me, because all of them have one enemy. In America never refer to what is going on in Ethiopia. They don't care about a genocide of 300, 400 people in one go in Oromia region, or they may write it somewhere. It's not about that, because the country, what is going on in the country is absolutely despicable in every way, you know? But people think it's a sovereignty trait. It will treat our sovereignty if we talk about it. That is what the Oromoma politicians want to be heard. But at the same time, they want to take even advantage. አሁን ኦሮሞማ እነ መራራ ጉዲና የጻፉት ደብዳቤ ካያችሁ dear Jefferson, Colonel Jefferson Davis, dear, you know how they flatter this Oromo Intellectual Association, you know how they flatter the America, you know how they flatter Germany, 40, 50 years, how they flatter to be where they are on power. But yet their negotiation is to make Oromoma. But the Oromoma planner, Abiy Ahmed, is there singing Ethiopia. They are not fine. You don't see demonstration in Oromia. Not because some people are oppressed and people are not. No, this is calculated. You see, this project, all of them are in the project. In the project. And America is not ይኸውላችሁ እና አንዳርጋቸው ጽጌ ከአሜሪካ ተጻራሪ ሆነው ተናደው ለኢትዮጵያ ሶቨርኒቲ እያሉ የሚጮሁት አማራን ሊያስበሉ ነው። ሊገባችሁ ይገባል ይሄ ነገር። ምንድነው የሚያደርጉት እነሱ? ምንድነው አሜሪካ የሚጽፈው ደብዳቤ ምንድነው? ስለ አማራ ሚኒሻ፣ ስለ ወልቃይት ጠገዴ፣ ስለ disputed kind of, imagine within a country we are talking about a disputed area between two regional states in a country. You see, they give you already a balkanized agenda. So American embassy refers to only Tigray situation. They're pressing button everywhere. And Andargacho go out and say, okay, let me burn a flag. Look, people burn American flag everywhere. If there is any agenda, a media agenda, where there is some kind of, in Muslim states, in somewhere in Muslim countries, and a Muslim kind of global Muslim affair, like if you tamper with Palestine case, if you tamper with some kind of Kashmir, if you tamper with anything, then Bangladesh Muslim who is against India, or Pakistanis, or the entire Muslim world, from Indonesia, from all the way, they have this kind of, they get alarmed, like, we're touched, our survival has been touched, they're tampering with who we are, kind of thing. So what the fuck America do? America spent 1,000 times more money in Afghanistan, in Pakistan, talking of Al Qaeda, blah 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 blah. But there is always chaos. But it's not only America who drop a bomb; it's also the fraction, the political fraction in weapon groups within that country. They fucking drop big bombs. It's not nice to live in Afghanistan, because I talk with Afghanistan people, refugees who come from Afghanistan. They tell me how horrible it is. It's like you see a big gourd, a big, you know, explosive everywhere, blah blah. You see, but America have a way to treat every fucking place in what it is. They send the military. They'll be boom. They'll be bam, boom, bam, bam. But the countries, they are way, 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 way more okay in economy. In Afghanistan, there are so many traders, money making, big people. If you go to Pakistan, Pakistan is a nuclear weapon country. Every time they feel like they are touched, they burn a flag. It don't mean shit. But America have a way of treating every motherfucker who talk against them in such a manner. For example, even Americans, some Americans as civilians, not the governors, are divided in how they see, in how they have to treat people. Like you see it in the movies. You see the reality. There are Pakistani Americans, interest groups within America from different kind of place. Imagine when why I see this. ኤርሚያስ ለገሰና የቦረናው ልጅ በጣም ይሄ ፕሮ አሜሪካ የሆነ ትንተናቸውን ሲሰጡ ዲስገስኒ ኖ የአንዳርጋቸው ጽጌ ማንነት ለመናገር በጣም ፕሮ አሜሪካ ሆነ ይሄ ፕሮ አሜሪካ መሆን ትችላለህ because you are an American, your children is American, like ኤርሚያስ ለገሰ. Of course they make you a big guy after they make you a big guy in Ethiopia. But the thing is ቪክቲማይዝ ማድረጉት የሚፈልጉት አምሃራ የሚባለውን ሶሳይቲ ነው። ኦርፋን ሊያደርጉት የሚፈልጉት ያን ሶሳይቲ ነው። in the history of the world, the Sudan have signed an agreement with America and they left sanction for them. After that happened, all this alliance, you see, all this Arab alliance, what affected? Ethiopia is not affected because there is no Ethiopia. It's a regional state. Which part of Ethiopia then the Sudan march on Amhara regional state? What is the claim in fucking Benishangul Gumuz, Amhara, Shinasha, all these light-skinned kind of Semitic kind of people, the kind of division they want to create, and that is the tension. Why not we speak it loudly? What is going on? This Andargacho Tsegi, what he's trying to do is within the country to ferment that kind of a story so that Amhara will get in his revolution as if he's the son of Amhara, so that they start to burn American flag and blah blah and blah blah. So America now have done its intelligence work. Now they feel like, yeah, a specific this group they may even write that Amhara militia or Amhara thing, anything that has to do with Amhara people and their interest as a terrorist group. When within the country to flatter people that he tell the TPLF and this Shane blah blah is a terrorist group. Americans have the power to even to say Abiy Ahmed is a terrorist group or this is a rogue regime. They can't say. They have the power to do that. They have the power to categorize any motherfucker, any fraction in the world, to if they say this is a threat, they could say that. This is what they facilitate. This Kero Andargacho Tsigi is doing exactly that. because በምን ፎርም መሰላችሁ የሚደረገው ይሄን ነገር አሁን ከቀጠሉበት በምን ፎርም ነው የሚደረገው? not ethnic this radical Islam, the Oromuma, not this part who say fuck America. For this kind of fraction in Ethiopia, this radical Islam supported by Oromuma like Jawar Mohammed, to say fuck America, they must be tampered with their interest. Their fucking interest should be tampered with before they become part of a global kind of agenda. No, America always need that. Like they make allies, the biggest terrorist groups we ever heard in global arena. Like someday they work for the CIA or they were American allies. Like the Massoud in Afghanistan when the Taliban was fighting Russia. Kind of story. Or the Al-Qaeda. What Bin Laden was and how he ended up. And a lot of stories. You see? Only in that magnitude when it becomes maybe Jawar Mohammed is a threat for America kind of rhetoric will start. But we are not in that level. Because in Ethiopia, now these people are used as a mechanism to balkanize the country. And when they do that, they want this Amhara to have a certain kind of shape or even no presentation at all. Because they specifically always talk about Amhara and the dispute land Welkait Agadi. You know, which like they refer, all historians, they have document what happened in these 30 years before that fucking disputed place is included in Tigrayan regional state by doing horrific and gruesome humanitarian, violation of human right. Yeah. No, I'm not talking about, I'm not like activist for Amhara. But now let me tell you what this Andargacho Gay is trying to do. Andargacho Gay is trying to target this kind of, if today, if you say like Ethiopian, የሚለው ንግግር ከማጋ ይቀላቀላል መሰላችሁ? አማራ ከሚባለው ጋር ይቀላቀላል። አክቲቪስት ሆነ ብትመጣ ኢንቴሌክቹዋል አካዳሚክስ ነኝ ብለን እንደነመሰረት ብትወጣ የፈለግከውን ነገር ብትናገር እነዚህ ሰዎች ሲገቡ በኮንፊደንስ ፊሽካ ነፍተው ሲገቡ ያ ህዝብ ከውስጥም ከውጭም እንደሚጠቃ አውቀው ነው። they know the radical fraction, Islam fraction, who is supported by America, who push Jawar Mohammed and all these people in Ethiopia, who push that in Ethiopia is America. So it is despicable to see Ermias Legese and this Borana guy misrepresenting and saying everything by being really pro-American, But what they talk about Andargacho Tsege is not even, they don't even touch they don't even scratch the surface, because Andargacho Tsege have a more sinister thing than what they were talking about his personal thing. Why not he burn his flag on his own? He wants people to get killed, and they summarize it that way. No, it's more sinister than that. America is looking at now Amhara people and Amhara issues and Amhara thing more than they don't even speak. When there is a problem in Yemen, America most definitely is with the Sunni Islam, with the Saudi kind of fraction, not with the Houthis, because this is a terrorist group. They consider them like menace because they're supported by Iran kind of narrative you have. They don't even write such a letter to those kind of conflicts in places because there is another thing at stake. They have to sell weapons and shit. But in Amhara case, when they write this, they already put people who work in Pentagon, like Brahanu Nagga, this economist professor Brahanu Nagga, and his best friend, who is a Gurage guy, who say, I work in Pentagon, I talk with big people. What do you think these people were doing? Now they are in the country talking Ethiopia is a party. What do they want? All these people to come to rescue of Abiy Ahmed, just for the sake of rescuing Abiy Ahmed kind of governance. They want Abraham ship, like Amhara people and their affair and their interest. They want to offer as Abraham ship. So he say, let's burn American flag. Let's burn American flag means America is not considered, like you say, Ethiopia as a nation, because these people, they have academics, they have diplomats, they know the detail of what is going on in Ethiopia. They know the temperament of who is really saying what, who wants what. They know. All the intellectuals, you see the Oromo intellectuals writing letter like dear Jefferson, Colonel Jefferson Davis, like when they write that letter to that ambassador, how they flatter, putting their resume, doctor. They know how to flatter. They know they write this letter, They write this letter, by Marara Gudina, how they see this government, Abiy Ahmed. Their thing is a power fight which has nothing to do with Ethiopia. It has nothing to do with some government who is already Oromuma, who is already a balkanized Oromuma, run by Abiy Ahmed. But it needed Ethiopia. It needed Ethiopia to make that money. Now they tell you, oh, we don't need American money because they don't decide if America give money or not give. It's America who decide if they give money, if they support. And I know they are always being supported. America will never just shut Ethiopia like they shut Iran, because Ethiopia is not that powerful to take being to for America to take a big drastic measure, because it is a fucked up place. You don't even know where you live. They may do that for Russia. They may do that for Iran. They may do that for people that they have oil or that they have some kind of technology, some kind of integrity for their own people. They have respect for them. Have you ever heard Iranian people being starved to death? No, no. You don't even know who you are. You're so despicable. You don't know where you are. It's not because America is a good country and the West is always the West moral value is good relative to which moral value that governs the world. What do you mean? It's like United Nations when that this United Nations delegates of America people for what was his name? The hooligan. Um, this New Yorker man. You know what? When they took the international community is including every fucking tiny island that get money from America, which is just one American actor is enough to take it for them. Because there are few people, they live in an island. It's called, there is a flag, there is a country. You know what I mean? So no sane intellectual gonna say, just talk about the pros and cons, what is good in the West, what is bad in the West, because there is no perfect system and there is no perfect thing, like you say. Just flattering the West. Of course, if you don't flatter the West, they'll fucking shut you media. They fuck you up. Like Esat. Esat is not really anti-American when they were broadcasting, when they play against TPLF. So 360 media, you'll do the same because you are sons of bitches. There's never been in Ethiopian media who is honest, who tell knowledge to the world. Why? What is that? This is just bollocks. Politics have complications. India is not anti-American or anti-Israeli. Indian president was a pro-Israeli guy who just go hand in hand with Benjamin Netanyahu. But that don't mean when it comes to affair of other country like Ethiopia, when they veto for Ethiopia, like Russia, China, in India, and that is another affair. It is politics is complicated. So if Indians as Indians, the way Indians and Pakistanis to America is different. There is some kind of level of thing when you see the Indian politician delegates, they sit in the United Nations, and when the fucking shit is boiling, when the delegates of Pakistan and India, in Kashmir or in different cases, when they are talking, what kind of vibe you see? That Indian is more American, But that domain, when concerning to Indian interest and global thing, then when they say, okay, with the current government in what is going on within Ethiopia, when they veto, when India takes side that Ethiopia's sovereignty should not be tampered, that domain directly that, you see, on the same way then they are against the West. No, but you are intellectuals. What are you talking about? The West has never been so perfect system and they are guiding the world to thing. What do you mean? American intellectuals say otherwise. Who are you? Who are you? You are a more intellectual than Noam Chomsky? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you more American than Noam Chomsky? How? He born there. They born there. Most of them they born there. I'm not talking about 1%, 100, 200, 300 of them. High senior intellectuals and senior in age, and they're born there. You're a fucking refugee who happen to have a passport of a certain nation. I want my children to be citizens. I hate this Ermias Legas. I fucking hate him. I fucking hate his fucking face. You know why just didn't just put the facts? You know ምንድነው አንዳርጋቸው ጽጌ ምን እያደረገ ነው ብትለኝ አማራ የሚባለው ነገር ኢትዮጵያዊ ከሚባለው ነገር ጋር ሲኖኒም ተደርጓል። እዛ ሀገር ላይ አርጋችሁታል። ራሳችሁ እኮ ናችሁ። you know ክርክራችሁ ሁሉ ነገር በዛ ነው ዲዛይን የተደረገው። እሺ አሜሪካኖች the Americans what kind of letter they write every time in this year only in this year they say Amara militia the disputed land should be given should be governed. And this Borana guy come out and say, instead of demonizing Abiy Ahmed for not changing the constitution, which is still is controversial because okay, and then if you change the constitution now, all his opponents, this Oromoma kind of politicians and parties, nothing will happen if you really take care of that. I don't know the result, but it's unlikely. So he even um, uh, put this thing as a reason to say like no it's dangerous now to do that. The Siyum Tashoma tell that story for Abiy Ahmed to protect Abiy Ahmed. Of course, America is a very a number one. Look, the America you say they have it is the America, it is the Susan Rice, it is the Democratic Party now that is governing in America that say the Constitution, they stand for the Constitution of Ethiopia, America, and United Nations have that Constitution. United Nations know Ethiopia with its Constitution. That's why they say this regional state, all the news outlets, they say Tigray regional state, Amara regional, this regional state, they go to the detail and they tell you what to do and what it should happen. They are not saying reconcile. How you reconcile with some kind of political party that say I represent this kind of Tigrayan area and they attack the federal government military, which composed of every kind of people. Which country do that? Of course, if you are not really a sellout, if you are not stupid, no country. America don't accept if its military is attacked by some kind of California militia or Texas militia. They are not going to tolerate. They're going to shoot. They're going to blow the hell out of them, because then they're all the entire existence of the nation will be checked. Why don't you tell that one? It has nothing to do with Abiy Ahmed. Abiy Ahmed may profit from this kind of narrative, which he himself caused, waiting that thing to happen. Of course, maybe they tell you as a reason we couldn't do nothing, we are stressed or whatever. And this thing is not entirely done within Ethiopia. America was involved in this mess itself. Americans were powerful enough to spot Ethiopian problem before it happened when they pampered TPLF. They know when this shit was cooking. America is powerful enough. If they really care about the security of a certain country, when it brew, they know the tension. They want it to unfold this way. And then in the middle of the problem, when they cause it and they come out and tell you, yeah, what's wrong? America telling Ethiopia to reconcile. To reconcile with who? Who is who? Abiy Ahmed is part of the TPLF. They have power struggle. The TPLF attack what is perceived as Ethiopian military, which they are part of. They attack it. It's not a secret. How could America then demonize Ethiopia and offer this kind of thing as a solution? Like these people have to come into terms. In which way? For which kind of future? Imagine Ethiopia, Abiy Ahmed administration, all people accepted that the leftovers of the TPLF now come to reconcile in any manner. Do you think it's going to be long lasting? How? Before they created all this disaster that so many people lost their parents because military have family. So many Tigrayan people lost their life. So many tension and hatred is already created. Imagine before this, when the tension was there, when America, no, this tension is premeditated by America itself, because there was both supporting TPLF and awarding Nobel Peace Prize to this guy. Don't you think they don't know the possible outcome of some kind of political process? Do you think they tolerate such a flow if it is within American political reality? No, you are not intellectual. You are poop. Ethiopia is invaded by poop people who have BA degree and who have some kind of affiliation, some kind of interest. That is Ermias Legacy and this Borona guy. Annoying, stupid people who cannot speculate. Okay, I have a power, like to be an American thing. If it's not even Getachew Redda, all the leftovers, the Tedros Adhanoms from United Nations, they come on one side. Okay, from now, just for the sake of the people and the safety of the people of the country, let's reconcile. Let's blah blah. Leave alone the Oromo, the ethno-Oromo people who want Oromo regional state as a country, supported by America, living in Minnesota, and they are now free to do whatever they want to do. They want to please. America harbor every kind of monster that is destroying the world. You know, Pakistanis are not affected by Americans. Have you ever seen Americans burning Pakistan because they burn flag? When is 1 year left without Pakistanis burning American flag? What does it mean? It don't mean shit. First of all, Americans left Somalia even after their soldier was taken hostage, their helicopter shot, their fucking Apache gets shot, their fucking soldier is dragged on the street like a fucking dog. That's why they was helping Meles Zenawi. That is something that infuriates people. They drag a soldier naked on the street. Somalians did that. America is not really come to the power to destroy that nation and they blow it up. They don't do that because there is the international community in what they can do and how they feel from far. We know what they do in Yemen, how a third hand proxy is done. Saudi did it. Saudi is weaponed by America. Saudi have interest because they need oil. You need oil. Your fat ass in your big car needs fucking of oil. And you are a fucking American Ethiopian poop who ended up there having some kind of BA degree. And you want to mislead Ethiopian people, taking side. Abiy Ahmed side, this side, and this side, some kind of neutral, intellectual, blah, blah. No, America didn't do that. America created political fractions, radical groups. They weapon things, like they created Al-Shabaab kind of story. Okay, it is usually Somalians we saw killing Somalians, not America left a long time ago. It is done with a distance, with some political system, weaponing radical groups, blah, blah. It didn't happen. Did I lie? Or did I explain it in a fucked up manner, in a slow manner like you, glorifying some kind of West or demonizing or glorifying Russia or this, that, or all you hear in media? No. I put it as what it is. What are you saying? What the fuck are you saying? Yeah? America offer and America patience when this shit unfold is on purpose. It's on purpose when they award Abiy Ahmed the Nobel Peace Prize, when they know the whole thing shit is rotten, they award a case that involves someone that they call a number one dictator in Africa, that they compare with him, Kim Jong-un. This is this is the reason for the Nobel Peace Prize. A Nobel Peace Prize, which usually even Nobel laureates of different kind of discipline, they share it with two people sometimes. They say, okay, this physician with this physician. Boom. This one is obvious. Two countries, but it don't include one leader because that is a scapegoat. That guy is a number one American enemy. We didn't see Eritrea being bombarded. We only see Eritreans being victims, not even victims, because it's better for Eritreans to live abroad than to get fucked up in that burning fucking hell they call a country. What are you talking? What is Tigray? It's hell. It's better for Tigrayans to be in UNHCR and go to abroad than to live in the fucking dried, fucked up hell. Why not we fucking to save our fucking country? Why not we be honest in what is being played around the world? Huh? They want this Amhara Ethiopian kind of guy. They within the country, na Abiy Ahmed hunt Yaragono. Witch hunt. That witch hunt is following people who say Amhara Ethiopia, all these Ethiopian nationalists and all these Amhara people, even including activists, journalists, and academics, by imprisoning them, like Tadios Tantu, like now they raging war on Masarat. One woman who's a lecturer of university treating like she's a street bitch, when they have people like Jijikia, a fucking prostitute from a slum, African slum prostitute, a fucking TSD. Yeah? And the Oromoma is embracing such a woman in advertising on YouTube, letting her make money by displaying genocide. You have a woman who is a lecturer, a married woman, a disciplined woman, being treated like a fucking whore by this Oromoma fucking Islamic radical Oromo conquer bunch of cunts, sweaty cunts. Yeah? This is what is America supporting. This is what Germany wholesale supporting. Why don't you talk about that? When Ermias like this in this Borona, you fucking dirty motherfucker. Fuck you, American and Western books, and fuck you on the book. Bitch ass faggot. Motherfucker. I hate you, sons of bitches. Leave. No, the West values not neutral. The West is the West. We don't want to burn an American flag. We don't want it. If this dude want to burn American flag, let him go and burn his flag. I dress American. I dress the stripe. The 14 stripe. I don't mind. I love it. You see? What do I look like? I don't look like that somebody who work in White House? Lord have mercy. I have a guitar. After 1 hour, I'm gonna play like Jimi Hendrix. You know, America, can't you see by the dark early light, motherfucker? Go play the fool. We know how to answer to the fool. You get out of, because you are a fucking motherfucker. Ermias Legacy, you are a motherfucker. I'm American. My children in America. They may be even president. What? Let them reconcile. Who? Who reconcile? So why all this effort in 30 years to topple TPLF? Why? Why all this to topple TPLF? To bring Abiy Ahmed? It was okay for you. If there is a solution through Abiy Ahmed, it was okay for you. It was not okay for you that he is part of them. No, not for America. No, they even award him. Now what you're saying, after all this kind of destruction is caused in the country, you say yourself you're intellectual, and this is how you navigate the situation. This is how you assess the entire situation. When America wrote that love letter to Amhara regional state, that is a love letter sunk in blood. The most despicable, the most unfair, unjust thing. If they navigate through what happened in these 30 years and how they make regional states and how they do borders, how they abuse people, living people, millions of people who are happen to quote in some kind of regional state that is backed by language, blah, blah affiliation. 50 million Amharas in Oromia region, how they were treating them. What kind of system they create? It is America and United Nations that accepted and adopted that as a country. They could mediate. No, this is not right to govern. If they really think that Ethiopia is a hub for the security, they need Ethiopia as a nation for the security, they could have done it a long time ago. Because the same senior politicians and diplomats like Herman Kohn are still there. Still they are the same people who are advisors, you know, like Susan Rice. They know what they're doing. Who are you are trying to protect to play against Abiy Ahmed? Abiy Ahmed is already, already he's naked. Whatever you want to comment on him, he's already naked. He's easy to comment on. Why then you have to tell America as as uh, as some kind of bloomy, rechtvaardig, just kind of place? For who? It depends for who. When you say international community, who is international community to you? South America is not, these nations in South America, they are not people, they don't tell to you. Asia, the most populated nations in Asia don't mean nothing to you. Africa don't mean nothing to you. The West is one tenth of the entire content of the world, and the rest is water. Don't you even think for the fishes? The fish community in the fucking ocean is sons of bitches. You are despicable. Ethiopia. Ethiopia don't have intellectuals. Ethiopia lack neutrality. Ethiopia lack real intellectuals. That is the problem. In Ethiopia, there are people who are divided in some kind of political kind of thing, lines, who flatter themselves telling a lie. They always come with some kind of 50% truth. The rest, they always need the 50% to back their fucking agenda or just to be on the screen. Because if you tamper with American politics, every fucking YouTuber, they fucking close it. No, it's not good for our politics. But why not telling America and pray to God to really see what you are telling them? And if they close you, let them close you and talk with yourself. Die talking with yourself, done to be, to have audience talking like you sons of bitches. Ermias Legacy, you don't shame. You forget that you work with Barakat Simon. Yes, people say you're a fucking devil agent. That's why America pamper you, put you in these fucking important lists of WikiLeaks, blah, blah. Now we know how this sinister kind of working of the West is being done to make you so fucking important people. That's why they make it for people like you easier to have nationalities wherever we turn. For stupid people, for sellouts, for liars. That's what I see. It's not fair. It's not fair. How? Even it was not a right measure for the West to put Abiy Ahmed solely on power. They did it on purpose. They award him. They did it on purpose. They pimping from Dubai building, putting his picture, all that pimping in America, as if Ethiopians are purely Americans. Like Americans, is this our country or some kind of banana republic fucking ugly motherfuckers country? Ugly, dirty, ugly motherfucker, dirty. Even then, it wouldn't be fair to say let these people reconcile because both of them are involved in killing Ethiopians for 40 fucking years. Leave alone the same rotten people come to reconcile. So why you work on a sat television and you don't regret the fact that you topple TPLF, if you topple it anyway? Huh? What is the use then? What is politics? What is media? Then what is the use? If TPLF leftovers now, even the leftovers, the old faggots are dead or in prison. If these people have to reconcile again, why people struggle? Why people cry for justice? Why? Why? If Susan Rice and Tedros Adhanom have to save some TPLF leftovers and they have to organize Tigray in such a way that again, in a very tense manner, Amhara regional politicians and people and Tigrayan people, they have to come again in tense situation because they will have a stronghold within the federal government. If this is your facilitation of a reality, what is you say? You know what you say? What is wrong? How could you demonize America? How you demonize America by saying reconcile? They're concerned. This is not a fucking concern, my friend. This is not a fucking concern. If America concerned, they will pick fresh blood and they will choose a system that is preferably among all the shit they put on the table, a system that unified the country. And they have to do little, or they don't have to even involve. All they have to do is support, like they support Meles Zenawi talking of Al Shabaab, blah blah, when their fucking dead soldier was dragged like a fucking dog. That's what they should do. No. Now, they want to refresh the agony of Ethiopian politics, which is they know this Tigrayan temper and this Tigrayan kind of political rhetoric. Yeah? That's why yesterday I tell you when Tedros Adhanom was trying to be elected for who? General blah blah. How many Ethiopians? የማንም ደደቤ የከባድ መኪና ሹፌር የሸርሙጣ ልጅ እየመጣ እኛ ላይ ሲያንባርቅ ነው ዩቲዩብ የዘጋው የሸርሙጣ ልጅ ላይ እየመጣ የሀገራቸው ሰው ሽሾም ይቀናሉ ቅናተኞች ውሻውም ደርቲው ምንም ቪላ ቤት ከገባ ሰው ሁሉ በቅናት ይሞታል ለነሱ የሰው ልጅ ሁሉንም ፊሎሶፊ የሚያው በዛ ነው ወይንም የሰውን ደካማ ጎን የሚመቱበት ነገር ነው አሁን ግን እየተደረገ ያለው ታዲያ ቴድሮስ አድሃኖምን ለምን ተወቅሰዋል ለምን ቲፒኤልኤፍን ተወቅሳቸዋል አሜሪካ ማስታረቁን እንደ ሶሉሽን ከተቀበልክ ለምን ተወቅሳቸዋል ለምን ቲፒኤልኤፎች እንዲያረጉ ትላለ ለምን ጦሩን መቱት ለምን እንዲተታላለ ጦሩን ከመቱ ዲስትራክሽን ሁሉ ከሆነ በኋላ ብዙ ሰዎች ቤተሰባቸውን ካጡ ከሞ በኋላ እንዲህ አይነት ነገሮች እንደ ሀገር ሜነስ ተብሎ በታሪክ እንዲጻፉ ታረጋለ እንጂ ይታረቁ ትላለ እንዴ አንተ ምን ፖለቲከኛ ነህ ምንድነው የተማራችሁት እናንተ ሀገሩ ተንጦ ማለት ነው ኦርዶ አካው we better through them ashes we build a better one እዚህ ላይ ይሰራልኛል ለኔ በእነሱ አሽ ላይ እውነተኛ የሰውነት ቫልዩ ያለው ነገር ይሰራ ኢትዮጵያዊነት በብርሃኑ ነጋና በእነዚህ ደላሎች አይሰራ አዲስ ጄኔሬሽን ይሰራ ብለ ተጸልያለ የሞቶ because ሞቶ አላ ህዝቡ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ እኮ ብልግናቸው እኮ የሆኑ ሰዎች ከሞቱ በኋላ በእነሱ ሞት ላይ የሆነ ሴፍ የሆነ ደሞ ለሚቀጥለው ጄኔሬሽን ነው ማክሲመም ኤፈርታችሁ እንጂ የዲዎች በአጠቃላይ የሰሩት ነገር አይደለም in the first place እንደሚያስጨው ሀገሩን ሜስ ያረጋው how could the most powerful country in the world write a letter talking about some kind of regional state and its affairs with another regional state is the main problem of the entire country how is that possible and the extreme form of Oromuma the extreme form of Abiy Ahmed is the one who's writing a letter flattering American politicians by putting PhD names of Oromuma, dirty motherfuckers, selfish motherfuckers who have Eritrean separative motive. The next step is Oromuma. There will be Oromuma country if you sons of bitches don't shut the fuck up. And once in the entire place will be fucking on fire. Because ain't nobody gonna accept Oromuma as a fucking separate nation, blah, blah. It's not gonna happen. The entire people will fuck America. A dead American soldier will be dragged in thousands if it's in Ethiopia because it's like Afghanistan. Ethiopia is not Somalia where you can bomb it everywhere. No. Why don't you tell American people, save your fucking ass? And instead of saying, America, what America? Do you think Amhara people are fool? They listen to this fucking thug, this fucking old faggot, and they're gonna burn American flag for what? I don't think American people never give a fuck if you burn a flag. Otherwise, by now, Pakistan is, they raise it to the ground. It never happened. There was a time where the drones fly and there are operators sneaking from Pakistan, going to Afghanistan, and back and forth. There is a political game perpetrated by Americans themselves. Have you ever seen the paper bomb Pakistan? Because they do that? No. Even proxies is when somebody else, the third party is involved, like Saudi Arabia, they let it go. Because they have to support this internal security, is fuel. You see now, when we shatter your fucking shit, petrol is €4. I hope you sons of bitches starve. Not that I like American people suffer. I wish you sons of bitches starve. Because you are not a solution, you are part of a problem. You want an old cancer to come back again and eat the people. We had it enough. We even don't like this Abiy Ahmed, leave alone. He reconciled with the same fucking old cancer he's a part of. How that can be a solution? And America's solution is supported by you. Who are you? Do you think Amhara people as people are not even powerful enough like 7 million Somalians? You think so? We will suffer, but we will prosper unless America look at historian records, which they themselves have in America. about what kind of dispute, what kind of problem was there for 40 years. This is how you have to see. You have to comment on the country you live in. You have to be part of a solution guiding Americans. If you don't, obey and worship Americans like they're superhuman beings or super intelligent ever created in this world. No, they're fat, lazy sons of bitches like me. They're nothing. Which Americans you talk about? Who? There is no nationality. There is no generalized word. In America, you get in, you see stupid people, smart people, scientist people, janitors, scientists, any kind of people, like anywhere else. Which you mean America? America, what? American Super Bowl. Fuck Super Bowl. Super Bowl is American sport, American kind of nationalistic thing. When their intellectuals talk demonizing nationalism, I mean, the number one thing that's demonized by American and Western politics is nationalism, but not their nationalism. That should be enough for you to shut the fuck up. As much they love their country and they talk about nationalism, like they get Kippenfeld, like they get rush when they hear their national anthem, they have to see the pain of others when Ethiopian athletes win and their flag is raised. Why they cry? What kind of emotional state, what kind of thoughts it comes in their mind when at least they cry? The pride they have, but the poorness, all this fucking shit comes to their brain and they cry. They don't see that. They don't see that. So why they demonize? Yeah, this ultra nationalism is the problem. No, division is the problem. Ethno nationalism is the problem. Is a cancer for humanity. Why you want an Indian professor then? If America support ethnic federalism and hold a fucking document in the United Nations that is menace to society and dying for that, you come out from this regional state. You come out from the, who the fuck are you? Who are you? It's not we protecting Abiy Ahmed. Give Ethiopian people chance to topple this fucking thug who actually covertly work for the state of Oromuma, because they have ethno-Oromo radical Islam element in them that's going to be cancer for the entire place, and they know that. When that happened, they don't even care. They never cared. They never cared if Somalia is ripped apart by radicals. They don't care. It's a game. It's a political game. Susan Rice don't give a shit about you. No. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a rat's ass about you. So when they see Super Bowl, you artist, blah, blah, coloring your fucking argument with bullshit, you try to make people emotional. I am emotional, but I don't lose a sense of understanding of it all. No, I can get angry because this kind of we're talking about people's lives, motherfucker, you playing with. Now you want TPLF to make agreement with Abiy Ahmed, the two most hated people to come together. And what is the antithesis? The most despicable, oh my God, ethnocentric evil people like Marara Gudina, writing later, flattering America, taking advantage. Because they already own power, but they write a letter as if they have a beef with the power. But their beef is like, let me take 1 billion, you take 2 million or 300 million. Kind of beef they got with each other. But they already secured Oromoma superiority in the country. Yeah? And this is America. This Ethiopia is made by America. This Ethiopia we know, the trouble is made by us in 83 when they built the Derg region. How this situation of today is separate from what is going on so far? How? You think Brown Naga is intellectual for us? I jerk off in his fucking bald bitch. Bitch out, dirty out. Like the George Bush jerk off on Gerani Moscow, I'll jerk on his ass, on his head. Who give a fuck? You think Amhara people listen to this undergacho kind of thug, this fucking old faggot, and they're gonna burn American flag to flatter his ass and to support, a nationalism support by Oromuma? How could Ethiopian nationalism, will be supported by Abiy Ahmed? Abiy Ahmed is Oromuma. He's ethnocentric thug. who's playing the Ethiopian card just to be on power, because through Ethiopia you can suck resources, you can take money from America, from this. I'm none of you. I just put the facts on your fucking face. On your fucking face. Why not Americans put some kind of separate people, not within a country, by Abiy Ahmed people, no, in their own understanding of what Ethiopia was, which place belongs to who, they know all the political scene, all intellectuals come on the table, they see what happened in these 50 years, for that place to be a disputed place between Tigray and Amhara, let them come see in what happened in all the documents that they found in America, and let them make some kind of tangible involvement, not a letter to another thug who is ethno-Oromo. He's not Ethiopian. Abiy Ahmed is not Ethiopian, but they award him on the name of Ethiopia. They award him Nobel Prize so that they shut up Ethiopian nationalism. They know Ethiopian nationalism and Amhara people are trouble for their fucking balkanization thing. Who? America, not Russia, not China. They never been involved. These people, they only need a resource and they want to scramble. All powerful things, they want to scramble resources. We know that. We are not children. You are poop. You are not intellectual. You are poop. Poop. Let people say what you talk and what I talk. I'm telling the truth. Yeah? And then you say, okay. And then the Abiy Ahmed reason ያገኛሉ የአሜሪካ እህል ይቅርብን እኛ ደሃነን ጀግና የጀግናውን ካርድ ይስባል ለምንድን ነው የጀግናውን ካርድ ይስባል እዚህ የራሱን ዜጎችን መጠበቅ ያልቻለ ዌፐን እያረገ የሚያጫርስ ሌባ የውጭ ሀገር ከነሱ ጋር የተገናኘ ጨዋታ ሲጀምር ደግሞ የናሽናሊዝም ካርድ ይስብና Ethiopians, we always never give up if we are poor kind of card he play. Because he has to secure the superiority of Oromuma. They have to secure that. They are really hungry. They wanted the Tigray superiority to go so that they be on power. It's not Ethiopia, it's just an agenda, it's just a misleading statement for them. America know that. You never give a chance for a real Ethiopian voice to be spoken, for peace to prevail in that fucking place, for some kind of reconciliation to come. You don't have to involve anything that is old, that destroyed the fucking shit. It's impossible. Otherwise, why you don't do that before? Why all so many people have to die? Why so many people have to lose their family? Why so many people have to be refugees? Why so many people get destroyed? Why? For the same old people to come? Why you talk on a SAT television for 15 years before you fight with them, Ermias Legasa, if you are supportive of the West thing, if you approve the West letter, like, you have to reconcile. We saw, of course, TPLF and Abiy Ahmed, the leftovers of TPLF, which is, imagine Tedros Adhanom, Getachew Redda, and on the people, they poison their brain, they come together, and the Abiy Oromuma sit. And Malcolm in the middle, the Amhara, with the representatives who fuck their own people, kind of people, they come to talk what? To talk what? What kind of political nightmare you are dreaming for Ethiopia? When Ethiopia have other matured intellectuals here and there who are deprived from taking thing. No, rather you have the worst form of it, the worst form of Plan B Oromuma, supported by Marara Gudina. You see how these Oromo kind of politicians outsmart you? They're already on power, but still they are creating fear on you. They demand more. No, our people interest is not yet met. They will shout. If you protest to the governing body, which is Oromoma itself, they have another Plan B. Every time you open your mouth on Abiy Ahmed, Marara Gudina, he come out and say, Abiy Ahmed, he's Ethiopian guy. He's Amhara nationalist supporter who want to destroy Oromo people, he'll tell you. When all of them are Oromo, the defense minister is Oromo, or everything are Oromo. There are some kind of condoms like the the vice prime minister is some kind of Amhara guy, so-called who say Amhara, who work for TPLF. Such kind of a joke. All of them, Air Force, military, finance, bank, everything is them, and they admit it. The Oromo regional state leader Shimelis Abdissa, this fucking thug, admit it. Both the bank and the tank belongs to us now. You don't fuck with us. He tell Oromo people, leave alone now. They don't even tamper with us then. Even leave alone now. When we control everything, don't worry, people. We have everything in order. We're gonna make Amhara people. What says America letter? Amhara militia, be careful. Amhara regional state, be careful. Is the letter. Literally, it says be careful. We'll fuck you up. And then Dargacho again come out and say, we're gonna burn American flag. Who you think you want to involve in this shit? Of course, the so-called ጠጃሞች አዲስ አበባ ያሉ ጠጃሞች ስሜታዊ ጠጃሞች ዘፋኝ ምናምን ይሰበስብና ያንበርቃል 30 ሚሊዮን ኪሱ ከቶ ከዛ በኋላ አሜሪካ የጻፈውን ደብዳቤ መልሱን ያገኛል። እነዚህ ናቸው ጠላት። they will treat you like Yemenis. They will weapon everything that can assassinate Amaran politicians and weaken Amhara. They already do it. Where? In Ataye. Who weaponed those people with such kind of fucking heavy weapon and slaughter the entire town? America don't know this? America who see when some kind of Eritrean soldiers and Amhara militias changing uniform and shit with a satellite, they don't see when the entire town is burned, bake and burn, and people get killed, women and children slaughtered. They don't see that. That later don't include that when they wrote for Abiy Ahmed. You cannot see, you cannot navigate, and this is the situation, and you cannot see who is getting targeted. Leave alone what Herman Cohn tell you before they killed the General Asamoah Gingka. Amara is buried for 500 years. These people, we're gonna bury them. That there is never a chance that these people will have a proper representation in Ethiopian politics. If there is anything Ethiopian. And you see Sudan invading Amhara. Tigray, supported all by the West, trying to slaughter Amhara. Gumuz, trying to slaughter Amhara. Look at Aye, Oromoma politics, burning the entire town. What is left on Amhara? And then America later scare Amhara people. You know? And this is the unfairness you want to accept, you want to second, because you're living in America. Yeah? I hope the entire world hackers hack the entire place and you work 200 kilometers to work and you don't even have a job. I wish the most monstrous thing for you sons of bitches. አንተ ኤርሚያስ ለገሰ የምትባል የውሻ ልጅ I wish አንዱ ጭንቅላትን ፈጥርቆ ቢደፋ ደስታዬን አልችልም። አንተ ሸርሙጣ ልጅ አንተ የበረከት ስምዖን ኮንዶሚዮ ደርቲ ማደፋከር ይሄን እነግርሃለሁ። አንተ የውሻ ልጅ አንተ ውሻ የውሻ ልጅ ማለት ነው። እናንተ የውሻ ልጆች አውሮፓ በመጣ I swear to God አውሮፓ በመጣና በሰማው you will see አውሮፓ በመጣ አንተ ኤርሚያስ ለገሰ የምትባል ሸርሙጣ ልጅ እናንተ ተበዱ ኦሮሞማ ይበዳ እነዚህ ዘረኛ ትግሬዎችና የነሱ ሪፕሬዘንታተሮች ይበዱ አሜሪካ ይበዳ እናናቃጠልን we wise people we smart not because we are afraid no it's not proper we don't want to get in a dirty politician call it's not our call to burn American flag why what do you have burning some kind of people representation whatever why would I do that it's not necessary it's not necessary you tell them the possible outcome if you make me an enemy when you have a power you know to do anything you want to do because you have the purse string you know because it's you who support regimes who finance people who can weapon people who train military people who teach the TPLF members now the people who are killing people civilians American were teaching Ethiopians how to snipe shoot or not Yeah? If people have such a power, yeah, so why not they come and study the case and they have some, you know, some kind of institution, you know, who's not from Abiy Ahmed, who's not from TPLF by their own, and study how that disputed place come to be a disputed place in the first place. They study the case and they get in the detail, not with a letter. No. Oromoma write a letter as if they are against Abiy Ahmed to be more cruel to make the future Oromoma. That is the Marara Gudina, the Oromo Intellectual Association. You don't know how they circle you and how they create confusion and confusion. And you are part of them. Ermias Legasa. And this guy who talk what Amhara want to hear as if he's a unifying kind of Ethiopian guy, he is a double agent of Oromuma. This Borana guy is a double agent of a serious Oromuma. These are the people who study books and who write, who say things according to books and shit, talking as if they are Ethiopians. Habtamu Basha, be careful of this Borana guy. He only tell you what you want to listen, like the most of you do. If you believe Abiy Ahmed is slaughtering you, telling you Ethiopianism, and you don't have to doubt, the same guy on your media is just telling you as if he's Ethiopian, ethno-national Ethiopian, but the content of what he say is despicable. Don't accept that. You know, if you say, no, Andargachos again will tell us to burn American flag because it's not our interest. We don't care about this. We don't care about this because Amhara people are not given an opportunity by America to negotiate peacefully, to regional state come. What is you? No, this is not their approach. They are confusing you. They demand that you become a victim. They write a letter. It's not confusing. Finito. Abiy Ahmed want that. Abiy Ahmed want that. The Marara Gudinas, all ethno Oromos need that. The weakening of Amhara is a safety for their politics. For balkanization, for the outside forces, Amhara is the enemy. Yes, America don't give a fuck about the sovereignty of Ethiopia. It's not against the national interest. It's not true. What the fuck you can do? If Ethiopia is disturbed, you become a refugee, you be treated like shit everywhere. What do you think? It's not true. They have something that you don't question. Oh, America don't need Ethiopia to be fucked up because they exaggerate this kind of narrative. Why? Because nobody ever asked, is that really so? No, Americans, you know, Donald Trump was honest when he tell you they may bomb it. He say, I want to bomb it. He say, Egypt may bomb this shit. And then you translate it to something else. He say, let's bomb it. He tell you, we don't need, Donald Trump say, we don't need big countries in Africa. We wanted manageable pieces. You say, blah, blah, blah. He's telling you the covert plan of the Democratic Party. These fucking devils who created the slavery in America, Democratic Party, not the Republican Party even. You don't listen. You don't understand. The people you think you are intellectuals, they are misleading you because they are project of Oromuma who are set to mislead you. That's why you can see from them what kind of book they read and how they talk. You see they are ready to flatter you because it is already tried to tell this so-called Ethiopian nationalism kind of notion. They know how to blind it. Tell it what he wants. Abiy Ahmed write it in the book. Every fucking activist he say, I'm Ethiopian guy. He come and tell you exactly what you want to hear to target you. They confuse you in different corners and you open your media for them. You don't ask them. Put me. በሻ የምትባለው ሀብታሙ በሻ የምትባለው 360 አስቀምጡኝ ከዚህ ከቦረና ጋር ከኔርሚያስ ለገሰ ጋር ልጠይቃቸው ሶሉሽን ብለው የሚያቀርቡትንና የአሜሪካን ፖለቲካ ፓምፐር የሚያደርጉትን ነገር እኔ ልጠይቃቸው እኔ ዓለምን ከነሱ በላይ ናቪጌት ሳረግ ስለኖርኩ 20 ዓመት ማለት ነው አውሮፓ ቁጭ ብዬ እስቲ ልጠይቃቸው ምንድነው ሶሉሽን አንተ ያልከው ይደረግ እያልኩኝ ሴናሪዮን ሴት እያረኩኝ ፖሲብል አውትካሙን እንዲነግረኝ እጠይቀዋለሁ። የዛ ጊዜ ሚዲያውን ሲዘጋ ታየዋለህ። ፊት ላይ ሚዲያውን ይዘጋዋል። አፉ ሲንቀጠቀጥ ሲያለበው አሳያለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ምስክሬ ነው ነው የምልህ። እናንተ አራሞች፣ እናንተ ናችሁ አማራን የምታስበሉት። መጀመሪያ ሰው እንዲሰማ ምናምን ታደርጉ። ከዛ ወዲያ አክሰሱን ሰጥተዋል። ከዛ ወዲያ የምትሰማውን መስማት የምፈልገውን ይነግርና ያስገባላል። አሪፍ አድርጎ ይገባላል። ምክንያቱም የሲ ደርቲ ጆቡን የሚሰሩለትን ሰው በአፉ ነው የሚቃወመው። የሚሰሩለት ሰዎች ኦልሬዲ ተሰርተዋል። አንተ አንድ ሚዲየም ቢኖርህ ያንተን ቁስል የምትናገርበትና ካልኩሌሽንህን ሴት የምታደርግበት እሱን ሚዲያ ለሱ ትፈቅድለታል። ኢትዮጵያዊ ኢትዮጵያዊ እያለ ይገባልህና መሆን ያለበትን ነገር አሬንጅ ያደርግልሃል። አንዳርጋቸው ጽጌን የሚሰድብ ይመስልና የአሜሪካን ፖለቲካ አማራን ሶፎኬት ሊያደርግ የሚመጣውን ነገር ግሎሪፋይ እያደረገ ይነግርሃል፣ አብይን አስታኩ። እነሱ ግን በእንዲህ ተቀናጅተው ነው የሚሰሩ። ተቀናጅተው they even tell you, one of them ሲወቃቀሱ ልሰማ ትችላለህ። it don't mean shit because this is how you confuse people. You know, they tell you convince and confuse. እናንተ የተበዳችሁ አይገባችሁም ነገር። አሜሪካ ቢሆን ከበደ ቢሆን እኔ አሜሪካን ፍላግ ለብሼ እኔ አሜሪካን ለብሼ ነው ለአሜሪካ የምነግረው። ባንዲራ ሁሉ ገዛለሁ። አሜሪካው ለበልቧል። አው ለበልቧል። ከኦሮሞማ በላይ ነው አን የማስበው። ከአሜሪካዊ ነኝ ከሚለው በላይ አስባል። የአሜሪካ if you want to infiltrate American military or this intelligence work, what they do? They learn language from early age to be spies. Why? They have to be just that. You have to be just that. You don't tell people, you are my enemy, I burn you. This is Islam way. This is Dama's way. You know, I'm honest, I'll fuck you, I burn you. What you get, what you burning. You don't mean shit. It's not like they talk Americans get really infuriated. Which America you talk about? Black Americans burn American flag in America. Black Americans. White people, some white people who get frustrated throw American flag in America, burn American flag for different kind of reason. What do you mean? Leave alone some kind of people about a country that is far away from them. People who are really religious, who feel like they are threatened by it, they burn it. America don't really go and bomb them. No. Initially, they start to burn a flag if they see, yeah, some drone is flying and they kill one family here and there, and then they say, okay, for whose drone is that? American drone. Where is it? In Pakistan. We saw it in Pakistan. Oh, some political elite, they fire, boom, they burn it. What do you mean? ህዝብ ፑሲ እንዲሁን ለምን ታደርጉታላችሁ? አንዳርጋቸው ከፈለገ ይኸውልህ እናንተ ማለት ያለባችሁ if you have to burn American flag, it's not the American agent who worked for MI6 or whatever bitch he was, who tell us how to burn American flag. Because mainly Amhara people interest is not to burn American flag because they don't have open war with American people or American interest, nothing. If there is some kind of letter referring to these people interest and their survival, and America don't want to acknowledge the pain they've been through, we have to create, using your own fucking media, we have to create a medium where our intellectuals, our historians like Achamele Tamru, using their own information in America to tell them this is the story. You know, facilitate, pave the way for this kind of discussion to go on. And instead of sending with the same abusive kind of government that is lying, is governing Ethiopia, but is governing Oromuma. That is how we talk. We know how to, but you don't even give us a chance how to narrate and how to shape our aim, how our aim should be articulated. You didn't give us a chance. No, a double agent Oromuma you bring telling you how American politics is some kind of a perfect thing in the world. That's why the world is a very peaceful place. asshole, son of a bitch. We know born American intellectuals who have integrity, who say things. We even can discuss with them about issues. And we can tell them this is wrong, this is right, of our version. Don't fucking just put us in a ditch, man. Don't underestimate our intelligence, man. Everything is clear for us, man. Come on, you sons of bitches. Andargacho Tsege, they wanted Andargacho Tsege, Professor Brahanu Naga, to do what? To do what? To do their dirty job, but they're insulting them. What you listen is that they insult this guy and that guy. So he's Ethiopian. You think like that. But when he explained, it's like this Oromoma guy is the same guy, Tedros Tsagai, in Riot Radio, this Amara hating thug. Maybe Hussein የሚባለው አባቱ የሆነ መጥፎ ነገር ነግሮታል ሲያድግ I don't know. እንዴት አይነት ሲኒስተር የሆነ እንደዚህ ግንባሩን ቆጥሮ የሚያወራ እንዲመነጽር አድርጎ የሚያወራ ሌባ አለ። እሱና ይሄ የምታቀርቡት ኢትዮጵያ እያለ የሚያወራ ሰውዬ ያለው ይሄ ፕሮ አሜሪካን የሆነ ብላይንድ የሆነ ነገር ይመሳሰልብኛል። እኔ ደግሞ I spot them. I spot this funkel kind of motherfuckers who disappear from the scene doing their dirty job. I know them. I smell people, my friend. I smell people. I don't say even take out from their media if they fucking warm up your media. Confront them in what they see. Confront them. Put me there to confront all these sons of bitches instead of hiding me. What do you mean by saying that? What is the effect? What kind of possible outcomes will be if your offer is going to be materialized in the content? They are confusing you because you don't ask them. When you ask them, you let them talk whatever they want to talk. You see, the Ethiopian way of journalism is out of control. Every paranoid guy talk like me. Like now I'm disturbed. Nobody stop me and ask me. No, but when you say this, I'm not confronted. I say whatever I want to say. This shouldn't be media. Media should be somebody stopping you and asking you. What do you mean when you do this? What do you mean when you say this thing is right? Well, you have to ask them. Then you will find out who they are. You'll find out who they are and how they trick you, how they did you. You will understand. ኢትዮጵያን ለማዳን ኤርሚያስ ለገሰና 360 አያድንህም። እነዚህ ሰዎች ሌላ ሰዎች ናቸው። እሳትም አያድንህም፣ ሌቦች ናቸው። ሁሉም ቆስል ያለበት በሽታ ነው ያለው። አዲስ ነገር መፍጠር ከፈለጋችሁ እነዚህ ሰዎች ራሳቸው ኮንፍሮንት መደረግ አለባቸው። ለምን አትሰሙንም? አሰሙን። እዚህ ኢትዮጵያ ብሎ ለአቢ ሲያሽቃብጥ የነበረ አስተባባሪ የሸርሙጣ ልጁላ እኔን ሰባብሬን አስከፍሎ ቤልጂየም ከወሰደኝ በኋላ እንደዚህ አይነት ብልግና ሲጽፉና ነገሩ ዳይሬክት ሲሆን ጠፉ። ደውዬ ሁሉ ስጠይቃቸው they don't give a fuck። እሺ ለምን አታስተባብሩ? እሺ አሁን የሚደረገውን ነገር ደግሞ በትክክል የምንነግርበትን የኛ ሚዲያ ለምን አትፈጥሩም ስላቸው እዚህ አምስተርዳም እዚህ አውሮፓ no they are busy because all of them have just a door to make money. their media የሚያስተባብሩበት የሚታወቁበት አሁን እሱ ነገር ሁሉ ደርቆ ተከፋፍለው በልተው አሁን ደግሞ ለዲፕሎማ እየተሯሯጡ ነው እዛ ሀገር ቦታ ሊሞሉ። እንደዚህ አይነት ቆሻሾች ያሉበት for all Ethiopian people, especially Amhara people. እናንተ የአማራ ወኪልን የምትሉት አማራዎች ሆናችሁ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ don't count on the diaspora. diasporas ምንም ሰው የላችሁም እወቁት። ሰው የሚባል የላችሁም አትመኗቸው። በአጠቃላይ ሌባ ባለጌዎች ናቸው። ሌቦች፣ ጥቅመኞች፣ ባለጌዎች ናቸው። ህዝባቸውን ይበላሉ። ህዝብ የሚሉትን ህዝብ ይበላሉ። ከዛው ከገጠር የወጣው ዘርማን ዘሩን ይበላል። ባለጌዎች ናቸው ብዬ ነው የምነግራችሁ። ሚዲያዎቹ ዳም ተቆርቋሪ ነን የሚሉት ራሱ ስቱፒዶች፣ ነገር የማይገባቸው ሰዎች ከፈለጉ በአይምሮ በራዲካል አይምሮ ይለጥጡትና የሆነ መስማት የሚፈልገውን ነገር ይሰጡትና እነሱ ግን ሞር ኢኮኖሚ ነው እንጂ የሪሊጂየስ ዲቪዥን ምናምን ላይ ነው የሌሉ። that's why መሰረትን አክስ ያረጓት when she explained what is Oromuma, when she was thinking about this radical Oromo Islam fraction, when she talked about why they attack her, because you know the Tullama Oromos, all the people who are in the senior position, they are opposed by the Jawar Muhammads, but they are playing a political game. You don't even ask why then Shimalis Abdissa don't align with them. This is a power struggle. Like everybody struggle, like Malazina fight Isaiah Saforki. You know, nothing is new in this world. ለምን መሰረት አበራን አታክ ያደርጓታል ብትሉ ለነሱ ሪሊጅን ይዶማታል። በኢትዮጵያ ምምጣ ከአረብም ሀገር ይምጣ ምንም ገንዘብ ይከፋፈል እነሱ የሀገር ሪፕሬዘንታተር ሆነው የሚበሉበትን የሚከበሩበትን ነገር ይዘው መቀጠልና ያንን ፈርዘር የሚያደርግ ፕሮጀክት ደግሞ on the way መስራት ላይ ነው የተጠመዱ። they telling you every time, they telling their people what they call their people, they telling you this is, we have a plan, we are busy doing that, they are not joking. ለተለያየ አይነት ኤጀንቶች አስቀምጠዋል። ትግሬ ሆኖ ሊመጣ ይችላል፣ የትግሬ አጋዥ መስሎ ሊመጣ ይችላል፣ ሚዲያ ላይ የኢትዮጵያ ደጋፊ ኢንተሌክቹዋል መስሎ ሊመጣ ይችላል። እንዲህ በቃ ካሞፍላሽ ሆኖ እስስት ሊመጣል ይችላል። ትነጠፍለታል። እሱ ባጌጅ አለ፣ የኦሮሞማ ባጌጅ አለ፣ ቤተሰብ አለው። ማይ ፍሬንድ የቤተሰብ ጥል ውስጥ እየገባችሁ ኮነንቾ ይሄን ስለሚጠላው አይ ይሄ ከኔ ጋር አይነት አይዲያ አለው ብለህ ነው ብርሃኑ ነጋን አትውቀሰዋ። ታዲያ ከኦነግ ጋር ተሰበሰብኩ ብላ ትስደበዋ። እንደዚህ አንተ ሚዲያ ላይ እንዲህ ሽርሙጥና እየሰራ አትሊስት የምታቀርበውን ሰው በትክክል ኢንቨስቲጌት ካላረግ ለምን ብርሃኑ ነጋን ታዲያ ከኦነግ ጋር ተሰበሰበ ትለዋለህ? በቃ ለሀገር ሰላም ብዬ ከተለወጡ ብዬ ለሃላ ፊኒቶ ነው። እነዚህ ሰዎች when Masarat say Oromuma, she's talking about America, because it's America who sent Oromuma, who pamper Oromuma in Columbia University like Jawar Muhammad. So many things that is against American rule they overrule American citizen, and a guy who have American citizen cannot tamper with the internal politics of another country. It's strafbar, it's punishable by law, by American law. But the next day you see is American people say don't tamper with our citizen when their plan failed. And Abiy Ahmed, instead of Abiy Ahmed capitalizing this for his own Oromuma, why don't you have your own narrative and your own plan to attack all of them? Because all of them are your enemies, including those who get close to you, telling you Ethiopianism you want to hear. And you are with him demonizing those people who sell you out by telling you the same thing. How many times they fool you? You fools! How many fucking times they fucking fool you? How many times we fool you? People never fool me. They put me in a situation I have no choice. Never. No one can fool me. No one can fool me. You can be cornered in a situation where even you have to accept that kind of, you know they are fooling you, you know they are mistreating you, but you have to accept the situation. You can be set in that situation. That's different. Knowingly, you on media, you fool. When you have media, I'm the boss of the media. It will be confrontation. It will be fire like this screen. There's no joke. When I tell somebody, when he talks shit, I tell him. Somalians become more British. By the time Somalia was engulfed in war, in Britain, second, third generation children are born who speak fluent English, who have different kind of good positions, lawyers, doctors. You know, it is in Ethiopia and British embassy that Somalians actually decide on which kind of Ethiopian go abroad. I was there in Ethiopia. I did investigation like you never see in your fucking life. You have to know how to take advantage of situation if you want to save your fucking people. These people don't give a fuck if you burn their flag. But I'm not gonna fucking, nobody, it's not his call. When it's my call, I burn them. Not their flag, I burn them. You have to have that gut. If an American soldier wants to come to kill my family, there is a chance that I kill his ass. That he gonna cry on hospital, oh, America don't pay me no more. This is reality. I don't even have to say it. It's not under Gacho and Pentagon call to tell me, hey, burn American flag. I want to burn you. I want to demonize you. And I want to, I already encircle you now. I want the encircling to be included by blowing a whistle that for the future narrative, it's going to seem like you started it. You started it. You are notorious. You're paranoid. You be considered, Amhara gonna be considered in American politics like Houthi in Yemen. That is how they see even your race. You don't understand. You don't fucking understand these people. You have to treat them the way they are. It's not under Gachusigi who tell me how to burn American flag. I know how to burn things. And to burn some kind of clothes is the simplest thing. No, I can even burn things that don't burn. You have to tell them. You have to negotiate. You know, when Americans tell you about their weapon, even though it's not true, they will tell you. They have YouTubers who are set just to threaten Russian kind of YouTubers. The same way, the vice versa, Russian people telling you. Only few of them are neutral. They talk about knowledge or whatever. They tell you, I burn, I piss a fuck. They tell you this is politics. You know? But you think this fucking junk, this fucking old faggot, this undergraduate guitar tell me, I burn a flag, go burn it. Why you tell us? Something you want to do, go, you do it. You know, bluff is domination. But those of you in Addis Ababa who say we are Ethiopians, if you come in support of Oromoma and Abiy Ahmed and this kind of despicable people, then you create a narrative, yeah? You be part of some kind of political thing that will devour you, because then nobody will talk on behalf of you. These people are business people. It is their hobby, it's their way of life. You have to understand. No, when it's my call, it's not a flag I burn. I burn you like Somalians did. If you come to kill Amhara people, I don't think they'll come that way to kill them. They're already sending dogs from there, and they're killing them. They're extincting them. They turn the entire fucking town to rebel with the people in it. It's not enough for you. The people who already died so much. It's not enough for you that this is something international. And the players are people who say, no, the international community is against us, like Abiy Ahmed. It's a political game. I don't give a fuck. Even if you are convinced that's the case, that's not your priority. It's not your problem. It's not your problem. No matter how the outcome of the country will be, Balkanization or Ethiopianism, no. Let him do it because he's in power. Why you care about him? Why you care about him? I tell you the truth, what they are. But why you give a fuck about these sons of bitches? Telling you the dam, blah, blah, two Muslim guys who care about the dam. Oh, Egypt, Sudan. Oh, Egypt, Sudan. They already negotiate with the international community the outcome. But now they are legitimizing their representation and their reputation. This is how you control a country. Oh, bravo. Bullshit. They are playing game on media. There is some kind of cancer, radical Islam cancer in Oromo. That cancer should be cut. In America, they want that cancer, like they wanted the Masood cancer to fuck Russia. And then they become an enemy with the same thing. Tomorrow they may tell you, oh, Jawar Muhammad. They may tell you, oh, I have to kill Jawar Muhammad, not the Ethiopian government. His ass is mine, like they did to Saddam and Gaddafi. They may say that, but this time they want him for something else. They want him to balkanize the fucking place. So American national interest is not Ethiopia to be intact. It's not true. Why would they do that to Somalia? I think Somalia is more close to the sea, if you are talking about that thing. What do you mean? Do you think they don't see it coming? Do you think they don't have upper hand in the Cold War for what happened in Somalian history? What happened? Which a political analyst can come and tell me that American national interest is mainly that Ethiopia will be intact? Who said that? But they tell you a lot of times in this is unquestioned. How do we know that? How do we know that Ethiopia as a nation is intact, is a national interest for America? How do you know that? But all of you agree somehow that that's the case. I don't know. Sons of bitches, I don't know. Who? Ethiopia is landlocked. To do what? You travel there, what? In the Cold War, when the Derg regime, when all that military was fucking around, it is the French military who was fucking treating you like big jet. All Ethiopian military dead in the middle of nowhere, including people who are traveling dead. In thousands dead. What the fuck you gonna go to a sovereign state? If the sovereign state is 1 kilometer, if it is safeguarded by some kind of super, you cannot get in. They will fucking shoot you. No, Ethiopia have a muscle. Studios. Ethiopia have a negotiation power. Ethiopia, you think you are threatening other people, and the people you call like enemies, they don't know. They don't know Ethiopia. They don't know the world. Don't know you. You think the only one who have Google, who know politics, the other people don't know. Even with so much money and power, at least you don't guess that they do their best to know more than you about you. You don't even guess because የሆነ ለሀጫም ለሀጫም የሚሉ መንደርተኞች የ20 ዓመት መንደርተኞች ናቸው። ሌላ ደግሞ የ40 ዓመት መንደርተኛ የሆነ ላበላብ የሚሆን ከንት የሚጠይቁት ሚዲያ ላይ they never question things that they agree somehow as if it is true. You know, they never question, is that so? Is really the sovereignty of Ethiopia is American in national interest? In which way? Who tell you that? Susan Rice tell you? Ermias Legacy tell you? Who is he? Who is he? Who is he? Donald Trump tell you a lot of things which you should really take for granted than the people you shout, oh, they are standing for Ethiopian interest. Because just they tell you what you want to hear. They have a secret negotiation with foreign countries as if to make Oromuma prosper and the Oromuma, the Ummah, the radical Oromo Islam to be in power, putting Jawar Muhammad in prison so that they do it step by step. Yeah, and America is in this because finally, when they want to attack them or they have to weaken them to take something, they will do it next time. You have to know. You have to know. You have to be pain in the ass. If you want to be pain in the ass, you got it. You got the guy for the good job. A cancer for these sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. What you talking about? Yeah, America don't do that. America give money to all people in Africa. To all countries have some kind of budget. Ethiopia, you are 100 million, you have a big country. If they give you relatively bigger, China also when they borrow money, that is how they borrow money. They see your negotiation, how fast the country is, blah, 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 blah. Everybody have his share of borrowing money. Not even you, even Greece. Even European countries give their sovereign kind of ports for China. They have billions of dollars. What is so amazing? As if you have a unique kind of character that is lying to Ethiopian people, so that Ethiopian people don't really go to the point that they say, no, we are more threatened than that these journalists and these prostitutes are telling us to feel comfortable. No, people who alarm them. No, this is not right. No, this is not the right kind of narrative for this specific issue. For this, no, they mislead people like fuck. Yeah, America, he come like a pro-America. What is America? America is a big puta, big monster, fucking giant monster puta. What do you think is the truth? I'm not talking about American people. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about foreign policy for America as we know it. Why would they kill me if they don't kill me, Noam Chomsky or Chris Hedges? They are rotten within. They know it. So they put the blaming on Russia. They put the blame on that. Clean your fucking house before you talk about something else. If you want to be a mediator about a regional state affair, which you shouldn't accept Ethiopia as a regional state first, And then you go and you get in the detail. You send your fucking delegates without bias, not to sneak in TPLF and blah, blah, blah. No, this is the historical view. This is the historical view. From humanitarian point of view, Tigrayans are not also advantaged. This is you have to reconcile it this way. You have to make it a job on that. You don't even have to go to the government because the government is not going to say no because they needed your money. No, you write a love letter, back and forth love letter. ማስፈራሪያ መራራ ጉዲና የሚባል ተግ የገማጋላ እለዋለሁ እናንተ ተበዳ እለዋለሁ እናንተ ግም አረመኔዎች እለዋለሁ ምን አባታ መጣለ 30 ዶክተር ጋላ የአሜሪካ ቀጀት የተማረ ጋላቢን ተበዳ በጅምላ ተበዳ ሁሉ who give a fuck I will say it imprison me I will say it I don't care monster እናንተ አማራ ምናምን ተባለ ሚዲያ ምናምን እናንተ አሮድ ተበዱ finito that's what it is any chance I have in my life I will tell my truth and this is the fucking truth if it's emotional I'm emotional it's part of humanity to be emotional if I have to insult I will insult there is a thing called insult vulgar words everything that exists in this world I use it. Everything I have in my disposal, I use it on you according to how it fits. Who? They are confusing you. ለአብይ አህመድ የተላከ ብላክሜል በመራራ ጉዲና ለእናንተ ምንድነው? አሃ መራራ ጉዲና ጠላቱ ነው። ማን አብይ አህመድና ሽመልስ አብዲሳ ሲጀመር በቃ the worst form ለዛኛው ደብዳቤ ጻፈና እኔ 70 ሚሊዮን ብር ጀዋር ይሰጠኛ አይበቃኝም ያንን የሚያተራምሰውን እንትን ልቀቀልኝ ምናምን የሚለውን ደሩዛ ሐረሩ ይወጣና የጀዋር መሐመድ ጠበቃ ይሆናል ልቀቁ ጀዋር መሐመድን ይላል ይሄን የሸርሙጣ ልጅ ያችን የሸርሙጣች እናቱን ሄዶ ድፍት ባሪያገልኝ ደስታዬን አልችልም ዳሮ የዛረሩ ይባል ውሽጢ ማለት ነው ከዛ ነገሩ አሁን ግድያቸው ተባብሶ ደግሞ እንደ መቀጣጫ ማርገውት አገሩ ደግሞ ሞር ኦብቪየስ ይሆኑ ደግሞ ሐረርነች ያለችው እናትን ወስዶ ማለት ነው የዳማ በርቶ እንክት አርጎ ቢበላ ደግሞ ደስ ይለኛል ምክንያቱም እናንተ ባለጊ እንጭጮች ናችሁ እናንተ እንደነሱ ልታወሩ አይደለም እነሱ ሞኝ ወይ ደንቆሮ ይመስላችኋል እነሱ ግን ፌር ነኝ ብለህ አርቲኩሌት የሆንኩ ኢንተሌክቹዋል ነኝ ብለህ ብትወጣ መሰረት አበራውን ካንተ ሞር ኢንተሌክቹዋል ሞር የምትሰራው ነገር ኢንተሌክቹዋል ንግግር ነው ንግግሯ ሸርሙጣ ተብላ ተሰደባለች because ለነሱ በኩል ተሳዳቢዎች አሏቸው ባለጌዎች አሏቸው ሞርነኝ ተባያሏቸው ሽማግሌ ተባያዎች አሏቸው ሁሉም ወንበዴ ባለጌዎች ናቸው ነፍሰ ገዳይ አሳሲኖች ናቸው ነፍሰ ገዳዮች ሊተራሊ ቴሌቪዥን ላይ በ20 አመት ጅልጥ የአማራ የሸርሙጣ ልጅ እንዲ የፈለገውን በተገደሉ ሰዎች እንትን ላይ የፈለገውን እንዲወራ ቦርጩን እንዲለጥጦ እንደልቡ እንዲላገግ የሚሆንበት ሀገር ያገር ቴምፐር እንኳን የንዴት ሰዎች እቺ ቤት የምትባል ሸርሙጣ ህዝብ እየተገደለ ነፍሰ ገዳዮችን ፕሬዝ በማረጓ ስታጨበጭቡላል ነበር እናንተ ግን ህዝብን የሚገሉ የፖለቲካል ኢሊቶችን እንኳን ስታቀርቡ ክሮስ ቼክ አርጎ መጠየቅና ኮንፍሮንት አንተ ብሎ እንኳን መናገር ዴር የላችሁ ባለጌ ሸርሙጣ ልጆች ስለሆናችሁ ማለት ነው እዛው በረሃብ በጨረሷችሁ እናታችሁ ተበደ ያንን የምመኝላችሁ እናንተ የሸርሙጣ ልጆች ውጭም ውስጥም ያላችሁ በጅምላ ተበዱ እናንተ ቡሽቲ የሸርሙጣ ልጆች that was my broadcasting I'll come someday bichoj kankare sharmuta azar